What's up, Dragon Brood? So, today we're going to play a colorless deck. Well, it's mostly colorless. I have Gigantha, but really, it's a colorless deck. It's one of those things that several other creators have already done for the season. I haven't really played one yet, and it's sort of been on my mind, and I've had a list I've been goofing around with, so I figured, why not give it a shot now as we're entering the kind of tail end of the season, and the deck actually seems kind of fun, so that's what we're going to do today. And remember, if you haven't, please remember to hit the subscribe button and that like button, but more importantly, the subscribe button, because we're trying to get to 10,000 subscribers by February 1st. I need your help to do it. Just click the red button, give us a little bit of an assist. That'd be a huge late Christmas present that you could give to me. I'm not asking for much. Anyway, let's go take a look at this. I guess we'll call it an artifact deck. Alright, so we are playing Gigantha just because it is a possibility of us being able to play a creature. So it's not a huge deal, but it's enough that, we might just need a blocker, 5/5, whatever. The downside is we can't really use Gigantha's ability to pay for generic costs, so we're really just playing it here because we can play a companion, and if we want it to be a 5/5, it's a 5/5. So, starting down the list, we have a Shadow Spear. I'm just playing one on the list because I don't really know, what's the best thing to be playing here, but it does give us some extra life, can give something trample, so, who knows, maybe it'll come in handy. 4 Golden Egg, just another way to draw cards, gain some life. Maze Mind Tome, just an all-around great card, keeps you from just getting dead draws, it puts extra cards in your hand, it gains you life, does a lot for this type of deck. Crystalline Giant, this is funny because this is the type of card people want to shove into so many decks. And this is actually a deck where it makes sense to play Crystalline Giant. So here it is, playing a Crystalline Giant. I have Palladium Mirror, 2/2, not real big, but it does produce 2 mana, which is awesome. Lithoform Engine, if things go right and we can generate a lot of mana, we can pretty much copy and just go nuts with all types of stuff in this list. Myriad Construct, now this one's a little bit different. It says if it's kicked, enters the battlefield with +1/+1 counter for each non-basic land your opponents control. Sometimes that's really going to be like 3 or 4, but you can get lucky and maybe have this be a 8/8 or a 9/9. And then when it becomes the target of a spell, you sacrifice it, and it creates a number of 1/1s, construct artifact tokens that are equal to its power. So however big it is, if it gets targeted, it dies, but you get that many 1/1s. So it's kind of a cool card, honestly. It's really neat for this type of deck. Playing a couple copies of Solemn Simulacrum, it lets us search out lands, it lets us draw. Now, the downside to playing Solemn Simulacrum is you do need basics, so we are playing 4 basic lands that aren't colorless lands, but, it really will help us ramp up to the bigger stuff we want to be doing. Forsaken Monument, obviously the best card in the deck. It makes all your creatures +2/+2, lets your lands tap for double mana if they're tapping for colorless, and then when you cast a colorless spell, you get to gain life. So, generally speaking, if this hits the table and sticks, you're going to be off to the races. Then, of course, Ugin. I'm not the biggest fan of this card, but it just goes into some lists, and it just makes a lot of sense. Especially here, if we can generate all the mana, you got to play it. And using its minus ability doesn't kill any of our stuff. And then, of course, Stone Cold Serpent that can do a bit of work against things like rogues and whatnot. So we do like having this card in here. Lands, we're going with 2 mountain, 2 forests, Animal Sanctuary because it taps for colorless, but it can just put counters on our Stone Cold Serpent because that's a snake. Bonder's Enclave lets us draw some cards. Crawling Barrens, you just get to keep pumping it up, have a big creature to attack with. This can actually keep creatures off of you by removing them from combat, and then Radiant Fountain just lets you gain some life. Playing a couple of Unknown Shores. If for some reason we just need to cast Gigantha, we can. Otherwise, they're just a colorless land. Not a big deal. But that's it. Not much else to it. We'll take it into the arena and see what happens. This is interesting. Their name is ALBNKD. I feel like if I were to pronounce that phonetic like Albin Naked, Albi Naked, maybe Al's Naked. I don't really know. We'll keep this. Why not? We can Maze Mind Tome, we can Golden Egg. We have some time. That's probably not going to be the most exciting thing for us. Okay. Not sure those two things go that well together. But hey, what do I know? Okay. Sure. Guess we'll play Palladium Mirror next turn. Then try to just go Forsaken Monument and go nuts. Actually, I say that. This Palladium Mirror is probably gonna get removed. Be kind of surprised if it doesn't. Nope, just an Anthem. Alright, no blocks. This is dangerous, because that's 9, 10, 11. If they have another Anthem, we're dead, actually. Actually, not true. We can play this, and then effectively play a 3/3 Stonecoil Serpent. Alright, so we did that. We gained some life. We're at 13. We're kind of okay here. Sure. That gives them 11. We can tap lands for 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I mean, we can just Ugin next turn, so no blocks. And we'll gain life off of the Ugin, so... -3?
Is surprisingly flexible. Reality.
Get to stack up a bunch of counters on that Ozolith. We'll attack with just the Serpent. Doubt they have anything with haste, so we're just going to go ahead and play the Maze Mind Tome. And end the turn. Yep. Oh boy, playing against Luris, huh? Okay, we'll keep this. I mean, I don't think the Palladium Mirror will live. If it does magically, we'd be able to go mirror into... well, I guess I won't write it off yet. But like I say, we would be able to go mirror into Forsaken Monuments, but it may not be that easy. Let's... I think I want Maze Mind Tome instead. I was going to go for Golden Egg, but I have a feeling we might be in a situation where the life might matter here. And that's going to be real. And at some point, getting to a 5th land is going to be important, because I don't see a world where this Palladium Mirror survives. I mean, I could be wrong, but don't think I am. We'll go ahead and scry. Why not? Oh, what are the odds of us resolving an Ugin? Probably need to. Odds of it happening? Pretty low. I'm going to put it in my hand anyway, though, because in the event that one of these Forsaken Monuments does make it for some reason, we could possibly Ugin our way in, but we'll see. Not likely, though, but I'm not going to write it off just yet. First Monument's likely not going to resolve. I'm pretty set on that. It's just does the second one. Though we could also, like, if they kill this, it's possible we find a Stonecoil Serpent. That would be real. Okay. Well, we are going to resolve this monument, y'all. That was not expected, but I will take it. Sometimes you get a free gift. Don't need a third one, though, I'm pretty sure, since these are legendary. What can we do with this if we play this for 5? 2, 3, 4, 5. So no, we don't need to tap that way. We need to tap 2, 3, 4, 5. So we could play this. And then play this. Oh, that's nice. All right. Now we have enough mana that we've got 2, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9 mana that we have access to. So we could try to play Lithoform Engine, see what happens. Here's a crab. Crab doesn't bother us too much. Opponent should be attacking with their Thieves Guild Enforcer there. I guess unless they just want to stay to block our Palladium Mirror. But we're not likely to attack with that here. We have very little to gain in that scenario. Probably just looking for another colorless line here. Yeah, that'll do. So that gives us 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 11 lands. Not sure what we could really do with that, though. I mean, 11 lands is a nice number. We really need 12, though. So this is a case where this one-off land is a little pain in our butt. I'm just trying to think what we can do with this. We could always remove that from combat if we left the mana open. Let's tap here. And tap here. Play this. Assume that it's not going to resolve. I mean, that would be the... Oh, wait. Does it? Come on now. There's no way they're going to let... They might just be concerned, like, what do I play after that, right? And that's a real issue. I mean, I get it. That's not... Yeah, I was going to say, you got to do something. It's just a feel-bad situation for them. Okay, so now we can 3 and then cast this if we wanted to. Because we 2, 4, 5, 6, 7. So let's go colorless, colorless. Put this in our hand. Now we'll just cast it. And we'll pass. Still not sure if we're going to find a way to resolve this Ugin. We may just try to get them to kill our Gigantha here. And free up some mana. Alright. That's actually not bad. That's what we were aiming for. Excellent. Well, there is going to be an Ugin, and we will start taking over the game at that point. Yep. Didn't need those cards anyway. Oh, and we got to get another Ruin Crab. That's cute. Alright. And we still have 34 cards, so we're a long way from dying or getting decked. And by using Ugin, the creatures are removed from the game, so we don't even have to worry about Lurrus doing anything silly. So yeah, we're going to go ahead and I think just snap off this Ugin. And we'll -2. I'm even going to do 3 just for sport. This is 2, 3, 4. Probably not. We'll wait. Because it's possible here they could just like Blood Chief's Thirst. And then we'll just try to do this big. Oh, they don't even have it here. Wow. Okay. They do have 2 non-basics, so this will be a 6/6. If to play a third non-basic, we can make this a 7/7. Alright, well, they're going to go search for a basic, so that won't really do much. Alright, another Thieves Guild Enforcer. Probably all that's in our future. We're going to go ahead and sack this now. Can't see too much of a world we're concerned about there. Okay, let's go ahead and... This is only 7 is what we need. So let's go 2, 4, 5, 6, 7. With Kicker. Now, if this gets targeted and dies, we get a bunch of counters because it's 8 plus 8 all be 3 threes. So we love that. This doesn't do much just sitting in our hand here. You know what? I'm gonna go ahead and attack with my Palladium Mirror at this point. It's done its job. If they want to throw a Thieves Guild Enforcer in front, we are okay with that. I'm not even remotely mad at it. We'll go ahead and play a land. Why not?
Ghost fire.
And then since Crawling Barrens taps for 2 by itself, we can go ahead and start putting counters on the Crawling Barrens. Yeah, sure. I think we can just lethal out the opponent here. Nope, nope. They had a Wind Robber. So they'll get to live at least one more turn. Alright. We will put some counters on this guy. And then on our turn, we're just going to juice it. All the way, apparently. Yeah, we'll put counters. Actually, let's do it this way. Let's make 2, 3, 4. And we will turn it into a creature. And then we can do 2, 4 again if we want to. Yeah, I don't see why not. All right. Yeah, I was going to say, it's GG's. I mean, you're not going to have an easy kill for the Crawling Barrens, and it's going to take a lot more to kill the Construct. And if they target the Construct, we end up with a bigger situation that's harder for them to deal with. And we're at 31 life with, what, 20 cards left? 29 cards. Oh, see? They didn't know. Yep. You just need to chump block a Construct. Yeah, if you target it, there's now going to be way more creatures. So you went from dealing with an 8/8 to dealing with 8 times 3, so 24. Yeah, that might be the GG's. There we go. Ooh, we get to go first. Look at this. This feels so nice. What to do, though? You know what? I'm just going to see if we can curve out. We're going to turn 1 Serpent, turn 2 Maze Mine Tome. We're going to scry ourselves into a land, and then scry ourselves into a land again. That's what we're going to do. Because I'm willing it. What they call that? Manifestation, where you just, like, you think it hard enough and then it happens. That's kind of what's going on here. Oh, they want to Spikefield Hazard our dude. That's okay. We are alright with that. We're going to get this thing with... Well, I don't know. We're always going to get the wrong counter. I never get the counter I want on it. Another one? Oh, nope. Just a Rimrock Knight. Okay, that's actually okay. If they're blowing the resources that way, we'll take it. That is a fine scenario. Come on, land. Oh, not you. Come on, land. I guess I should have done it during my upkeep, but we looked out anyway. Gain some life. Play one of these. And we get Hexproof. Okay, that's actually not bad. I'll take Hexproof. Because now that also gives us some information, right? If our opponent were to attack, we would know that they have something to pump the Fervent Champ. Let's go ahead. Actually, hold on. Before we do that, I'm going to set and stop on my upkeep just in case I need it to try to find a land. Though I say, do I need to, though? We could play a second Crystalline Giant also. So yeah, maybe I don't need to do that, but I'm going to do it anyway. Alright, cool. We'll take that one. Draw. Main. We'll play it. We're just going to play the other Crystalline Giant. We're going to wait till we have more mana to try to use this if we can. Alright, so we got one with Vigilance, one with First Strike and Hexproof. Excellent. Absolutely the card we want. No attacks. We're at 19 life. No real threats. Gonna set another stop. See if we can get to a 5th land here. Alright, an axe. Alright, we can survive one big Ember Cleave. I don't know about how much beyond that. That, yeah, you're not a land, but you're not bad either. You know what? We are going to leave that. That's as good as getting a land in some ways right now. Because ultimately, it's going to draw us a card. It's going to eat 2 damage from an axe. We can split these blocks how we want, because now we have First Strike, Reach, Hexproof, and we have Vigilance, Trample. Okay with both of those, actually. If the opponent attacks here, they will get some 1/1s, but we will effectively get to stop them from doing anything to us. Would have been nice for this one to get a +1/+1, because then we would have been able to First Strike an X, even with an Ember Cleave, and just do a clean trade, which would have been great. But things didn't go that way. However... Oh, they don't have the Ember Cleave. Oh, it's game on now, boys and girls. Game on. This is the turning point. Oh, we got all the juice now. I'm going to go and attack with the Solemn Simulacrum, because why not? Now this thing has Hexproof, First Strike, Menace, so we can just trade with an axe even if it gets an Ember Cleave. So, alright. Then next turn, we can go as big as we want, or we can just play a Lithoform Engine, like... Oh, well, there's a big Stonecoil Serpent to deal with that Phoenix. What do we want to do? 2, 4, 6, 8, 9 mana. We can 4... That would be 5. We could play this for 2... And then copy a creature? Copy a permanent, we would need 4. So we can make 2 Stonecoil Serpents? That's awkward, but okay. And we're going to gain life here along the way. So let's play this for 1, because it's going to be a 3/3. Then we'll copy it. Stonecoil. Alright, this guy has all the goods at this point. So, yeah. I mean, we got blockers galore. Yeah, I'm not sure the red deck has any outs here, especially with us being at 27 life. They're in a pretty bad situation. And the Stonecoils trample. And then we have this thing that could be a 5/5 if we want to kick it. Yeah, that's nowhere near enough. That doesn't really do anything. Do we even care to block the rest? I'll just block an axe because that's a First Striker. Yep, and the opponent's just dead, right? Yeah. Okay, we get to go first. Would need to get to the construct, really. Okay, we're gonna keep, though. We can maybe try to trick ourselves into getting to where we need to go. Probably not. We're probably just asking for trouble, but hey. Alright, we did pick up a Palladium Mirror. So that makes life a little bit easier, possibly. Though now that it looks like we're playing against Dimir control, I'm not so sure about that. Yeah, we'll leave that with the idea that our Palladium Mirror is not going to survive. Then we'll try to resolve the construct, because if they target the construct, then we will get at least 4 1/1s. That could potentially be 3/3s. Alright, they're leaving real counter mana up, so that's a little disappointing. We will take another land at this step. Can't kick it, so it's just a 4/4. And see, and this is a rough spot for the opponent, because if you don't counter, then it's like, okay, what do I target it with? And give them these 1/1s. Now the question is simply, do we use that? And I'm going to pass on the opportunity because it can just draw more cards now. So I'm really kind of just trying to push the opponent out of counters at this point. I don't know how many they have, but they're having to make a decision. Alright, so they've used a lot of counters here. So now we're going to hope that when the time comes, we can resolve this Forsaken Monument. Alright, they might be looking for more, though. Alright, they did bottom. Okay. That's not good. Didn't want to see that. Oh, what do we do here? We need 8 for Giganta. Alright, we'll try. I doubt it's going to make it, though. I have a feeling this is another neutralize. Oh, no. It did make it. Okay. Brazen Borrower? Sure. Interesting that we didn't try to bounce the monument and force us into a situation. That's a little peculiar. Not sure what that's about. Well, now we have the mana to just keep the Brazen Borrower from attacking us. So if I left 2, 4... You know what? I'm just going to play this... That would let us untap a thing. 2 for that. I'm just going to play this for 1. I'm going to see what the opponent's up to here. You know the best part about this is if your opponents have Ugin, it does nothing to this list. Literally nothing. Okay. We're going to pass. Slither Wisp. Okay, well, that's a thing. Problem, but sure. Okay, well, I guess I missed an opportunity. Didn't realize what we were up against. I wasn't even thinking about it being that type of list. Yep. That is a problem. I would be lying to say otherwise. Alright. Well, if we go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We'll play another Serpent. Gain some life. Borrower, sure. Alright. So we have access to at least 2 more life if we need it. Ah, they had a Blood Chief's Thirst. Darn it. I was hoping they were stuck with Heartless Axe or something in hand. That was not the case, though. Alright, so we're going to take 9. I'm going to go ahead and gain the life now, because I don't know if I'm going to have a good opportunity the rest of the way. Colorless land on top. Ooh, Palladium Mirror. Do you help solve a problem? It does not, unless we just want to go 2, 4, 6. Trying to think about like what happens if we don't resolve the Ugin. We really need another colorless land. However, this would allow us to play Crystalline Giant, play Palladium Mirror. That gains us 4 life, so we go to 13. Oh, that's such a bad situation. I think I'm just going to gamble. I'm just going to go with this, and then we're just going to play Ugin. And if Ugin fails, we're probably dead. Mystical Tutor, or Mystical Disputes. Oh, nope, they're scrying. All right. It worked. Oh, fantastic. That is fantastic. -3. Oh, now we're in business, because now if they spend 4 mana to kill Ugin, because they've used a couple of Blood Chief Stirs. Yeah, we still have access to this now. So now we're back in the game. And we'll go ahead and put this in our hand. Alright, get it before it gets a counter. Fair enough. Opponent's down to effectively 1 card here. Alright, is that last thing a counter? I don't believe it is. So we are going to run out. Actually, 2, 4. Actually, we don't have enough. Darn it. Okay. Well, Ugin again. Oh, they found a drown in the lot. Gosh, dang it. What were the odds? Well, they got there, they got there. Well, we found a Crawling Barrens. That'll work. We can start juicing up our Barrens, or we can draw a card. So we've kind of starting to turn it around now. Actually, we'll probably just draw a card. Let's do that. Excellent. Alright. Life total's now going the other direction. We like that a lot. Alright. Got there. Opponent goes first. Yeah, we'll keep. Why not? You know what? For sport, I'm also going to play a 1/1. If the opponent chooses to attack, I will gladly trade a Stonecoil Serpent for my opponent's Edgewall Innkeeper. Brush Fire Elemental, well, I can't block that, so that's a tough one. That's a toughie. You know what, though? Let's do it. I mean, they're not going to block with the Innkeeper anyway. Kind of know that. Alright, looking for Palladium Mirror. This is what we're looking for here. Palladium Mirror or no? Come on. That's an or no. You don't really help us here. No attack. Sadly, now they can shoot our 2/2. They can eat it with the Scavenging Ooze, and things start to get a little difficult. We can Solemn Simulacrum into Monument, and then I don't know what we do after that. We can make a big Construct, which would be nice, but it doesn't particularly do anything. Alright, we're at 15. The opponent looks like they're kind of searching for a second red land. Yes, we will take that action. We'll go get Mountain, I guess. Doesn't really matter. No attacks. At least we can block the Mammoth here. I mean, we might be about to get Ember Cleaved out of our shorts, which looks to be the case. So we'll block here. We'll block here. Let them Ember Cleave how they so choose. That's actually lovely. That they Ember Cleave the easy way. Alright, so now they'd have to pay to move their cleave around. Take action. That's not what we want at all, deck. Not even a little bit. Okay, well, can we even survive this turn? If they have a land, we're going to take a minimum of... Well, if they have a land of removal. Because you'd have a 5/5 Mammoth, 3/3 Elemental. That's 8. 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So we'd have to be able to block at least 6 of it. Yeah, I don't know about this. We can 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then play a Maze Mind Tome and go to 10. We can crack this for 3. I mean, we could have saved a Crawling Barrens too if we were really hard up. But I think we just got to go for Ugin next turn. I think is our real play here. I mean, that being said, if they kill Stonecoil here, we still die. Or they kill Monument. I don't know. There's a lot of ways we die here. Actually, all of them are not good for us. That's all I know. We need them to start by not having a land. If they do, since they just ate something with that, we just die with the Scavenging Ooze. I don't think we have any outs. Because Scavenging Ooze ate by itself. Oh. What? Okay, I was going to say, you got to get in there with that, right? So 8. Oh, another Ember Cleave. 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Most we can do is block 11. Or get us down to 11. Yeah, I think we're dead. Because no matter what we do, we can only block 3 here. Yep. GG's. Even if we'd have sacked this for food, we'd have been 1 short. Man, I needed 1 more creature earlier. I think was it. Yep. Not much we can do. We're just dead. Ugh, what do we do with this? I think we have to mulligan. That seemed a little too risky. Keep, and we'll toss the golden egg, I think. Mostly because it looks like we're probably just going to Serpent for 2. Play Crystalline Giant for 3. Myriad Construct at 4. And then see what happens after that. Verizal. Neat. I would not mind blocking a Verizal since we have protection from multicolor. That'd be special. Don't think they're going to let us, but I would like to. Oh, they are going to let us. Look at that. Okay. Yeah, sure. That was a lot of work just put some counters on a Gecko, but I'm down. No attacks. And we have Reach. Doesn't really help here. We need something like First Strike and or Flying in this particular scenario. And now we're a little tight for lands. Now it's going to get a little scary. If we go land, we're in business. If we don't, it's going to be a little tough. Alright. Enters battlefield, kick, return target creature card. Okay, it's not kick, so it's just a 3/3. Fair. Alright, we got to go with this, sadly. Not the play we want to make on this turn. Alright, now we have Death Touch. Great. And I will set a stop during our upkeep so we can get maximum look at lands. Roost of Drakes. Alright, we will be racing very quickly to this Ugin if we can get there, however necessary. Alright, Rooster Drakes. Seems good. Making some dudes. I'm just gonna let that pass. Well, am I? Yeah. No blocks. I'm gonna bank on getting the appropriate counters we need. That will stay. Draw. Mostly because even a 4/4 is something we can battle with right now. Now we got Trample. That's not quite what we're looking for. Though it does have Death Touch. Don't hate that. So let's go ahead and get this. Nah. Do we? No, we don't. We don't. That's just greedy. Because truthfully, if we end up sticking this monument, it's going to kind of change everything. Skyclave Relic. Okay. I'm not sure what they're going to use all that mana for, but they have it. They get some Rooster Drakes. They're not doing anything with that. Okay. Ooh, Palladium Mirror. You kind of do what we want. And it doesn't look like the opponent's in the business of removing things. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Though, I don't think so. Alright, that'll work. Alright, now just give us a good counter on this Crystalline Giant. That's all we want. So we got Reach, Death Touch, Trample. At least we got Reach. That helps quite a bit, actually. Yeah, no attacks. Two, 4, 6, 8, 9 mana. Alright. They can kick it. They're tapped out, though. Except for 1 colored mana. So we should be all good. I mean, we were able to survive a bunch of stuff here. Yep, we will block some of those with our Reach and Stonecoil Serpent. And the Construct can trade off here. We're fine with that. So yeah, we'll definitely block one here. I was hoping to get lifelink on that, truthfully. So that's 8 and 8. That's 16. You know what? I'm fine with this. That's okay. No need to risk it unnecessarily here. They do have 1 mana open. Don't want anything silly happening. I don't know what kind of weird giant growth type things they have or whatever. But they're checking something. Alright, they're putting mana in. Untapping. Okay, they didn't find it to be that important, whatever it was. Alright. Let's go ahead and Ugin up. That gets us 2 life, and we have 2 mana open. We can minus 3? Is that the right answer? They do get to keep their Skyclave Relics. Yeah. 1, 2, 3. Alright. Did we get lifelink from? Thank you. Alright. Now we're in business. We're going to get to draw a card, gain 4 more life. We're going to kick this Construct. Yeah, this is it. This is all our hopes and dreams coming true. Oh, and a giant Stone Coil Serpent. Super fantastic. We'll go ahead and just kill this. Sure. Why not? So, just has hexproof? Yeah, fine. We'll attack for 6 with our 18 abilities. Oh, actually, they can't even block it now. We got a Menace token. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 11, 12. Not gonna go too greedy. Let's just go 8. Don't know why. I feel like this thing might end up getting stolen from us or something silly. Alright, that should do it. Got a little low, but we're able to make it happen. Also, by the way, these kicker decks, not that good. I've tried a few myself. I have one on the channel that I thought was okay, but that's the best I could say about it. Sure, into the Royal. Sounds awesome. I'm just going to -2 and then attack, by the way. Yeah. Well, I might have been sleeping on this deck. I'm pretty sure at one point in the past, maybe like 3 or 4 months ago, maybe 3 months ago, I might have actually said like, I don't know how good this deck is, blah, blah, blah. Like, okay, well, I'm going to have to eat it on that one. This actually played very well. And the one game we lost, cards came up in the wrong sequence or whatever. We still had a shot. I mean, that was the crazy part, even after all that. So yeah, man, now I will say this takes a lot of rares and mythics, so it does eat up a lot of wild cards. But if you have them, go for it. This deck was actually pretty fun. There was actually some interesting decisions to make. You know, you do have to like struggle in the early games and try to, how are you going to spend your mana on your Stone Coil Serpents? Like, there's a lot of that going on. That was actually very, very fun. Made it an interesting deck to play. And we went up against Rogues, went up against Dimir Control, played against the Dimir Flash decks, against, I guess, against Gruul. Still had a little bit of game. So, yeah, impressed. So, today's card spotlight. We're going to talk about Sylvan Safekeeper. This card is actually, if I'm not mistaken, this was the first card they did where a world champion made a card that was printed in a set. And this card over time actually has found its home in a few different decks. I mean, being able to effectively give something hexproof is pretty cool. It's not something you see a lot of. It can fit into some theme decks. It's a very low cost card. Unfortunately, some of the other cards that came later from the like world champ winners and stuff, or the invitational winners, whatever it was, where they got to choose, some of them ended up not being that great, but this is one that's actually kind of stood the test of time. So yeah, just thought it was a neat one. I was going through some cards earlier and realized I had one, and that was pretty cool. Also, remember, if you want this deck list or you want to come join us over in the Discord to talk about all things gaming, or just come watch us over on Twitch. I'm on 3 nights a week, 9 to midnight Pacific time. Links for all that are in the description down below. Also, remember, if you order from Amazon or TCGPlayer, if you use the links down below, even if you don't buy what's linked, as long as you buy something within 24 hours of clicking on the link, I'll get a little bit of a kickback. So that's awesome too. And finally, if you haven't, please hit the like button, but more importantly, hit that subscribe button, because that helps so much right now. We're trying to reach 10,000 subscribers by February 1st. We're coming up on less than 5 weeks, and I need your help to get there. That would be such a huge milestone to make in the first year of doing YouTube videos. But that's all I have for you for now. We'll see you next time.